Okay, yes, you did, because it's working. Hello.
To offer a Diamond Club code, the same Diamond Club code, and you'll also be able to offer, or you will be able to offer Wilma Rose's Silver
Somebody's
Club
listening
code.
to my message, and it's very gut-wrenching to hear my own voice. Oh my gosh, isn't that so the truth? Like, you don't know how you sound in your own head. How is everybody? Just getting everyone admitted here. Oops. I have to make you co-host, Wilma Rose, because we didn't talk about, we'll have to toggle back and forth between screen sharing, or I'll switch it over to you when you're gonna do your part.
I wish I could co-host.
I know, right? Let's see. Okay, will it let you test it? Will it let you share your screen?
Yeah.
Okay, awesome.
You can co-host?
Oh yeah, I didn't know what you meant. Yeah, I just put you as a co-host.
Oh, that's awesome. I've always had to pass the host baton back and forth.
Oh, it might be a paid account feature.
I mean, I have one, but I also haven't really sought it out. So there's that. Hello, everybody. I hate talking with something in my mouth, but it's going to have to happen.
No worries. Let's see. Okay. Okay, I'm going to give a couple more minutes. I'm so excited. And Wilma Rose just blew my mind with like another little Canva hack. So I'm very excited for this. This is definitely like my zone of genius. I don't know zone of genius because I don't want to sound cocky, but I enjoy doing it is what I meant to say. So you tend to be like good at things that you enjoy doing, right?
Yeah. I mean, we've joked back and forth. I wish we could make Unilevel off of doing Canva, but it's not realistic.
Exactly.
So
I would be a diamond, baby.
so fun.
Okay, so while we're waiting for everyone to come in, if anyone has any specific questions for Canva or building out a custom kit or anything like that, can you put it in the chat? I can't promise that we're gonna, because we have like a detailed like itinerary for you tonight, but I kind of want to know what are the questions also so that if it's easy to answer, or I think we'll probably do another call too. And so we want the information so that we're giving you guys what you want. So what are the things that you're hoping to learn or that you'd like to learn, or where are you guys at? So put in the chat.
Actually, I would like to know if who here has a pro Canva account or a regular Canva account. I think that would be good for us to gauge.
Yeah.
Like, which one do you have?
Good. Pro. Regular. Okay.
Awesome. And the reason I ask is like there's certain limitations with regular accounts. So there's certain features we might go over tonight that are for pro accounts, but sometimes there's a workaround, or maybe it's time to bump up to the pro account.
Yeah. And I don't know if this would be fitting for everybody, but like my mom and I, we share an account because she's one of my main leaders and she uses all my stuff anyways. And so we have one account that we pay one fee for. And it's helpful because all the stuff is there, hers and mine, and we can kind of like work smarter, not harder, right? With like editing and sharing resources and things like that. So it might be something to think about. I don't know. You know, there's the thing that maybe you don't want certain people having access to your, what is that called? Like your digital property or something like that.
Your IP, your intellectual property.
Yes. So there's that to consider. But if you have anyone on your team that, you know, that would be a fit for, that's something that you can think about too. Is there a way to save your watermark? Absolutely. And I'm going to show you that first. And also, because my mom and I share an account, I'm gonna show you guys how to build a brand kit. We're gonna do that first because I'm all about being efficient and working smarter, not harder. And you can save your brand, like your fonts, your logo, your colors, so that it's just there and you can apply your brand and your look right away. So, so my mom and I share an account. So we just have 2 brand kits. She has hers. When she logs in, she clicks on hers and it's her colors, her font, her logo. And then when I'm working at my house on my computer, I just click mine and it's my stuff, you know? And you can make as many brand kits as you brand. So, so that's good too. Okay. So, I know, mind blowing, right? Okay, I'm gonna get started. Will you man the waiting room for me? You're already doing it. Okay, great. Oh, first, see, I get really excited. Okay, first, we have a couple housekeeping things. The leadership call was today, and they announced a couple of things about convention and some statistics on the new custom kit that's been really awesome. It's been going really, really well. The statistics show that there have been more enrollments and with higher PV now with this new 150 PV waive the fee customized kit situation. So that's really great feedback. That means that, I mean, I took it as like there's more of a chance of someone enrolling on a custom kit, right? So I would market the crap out of that, whether it's just marketing it in general, like, hey, but make sure everyone knows that they can customize their kit, and at 150 PV, the $35 membership fee falls off. Okay, and couple that with the 200 PV promo, with the Diamond Club promo, with the Silver Club promo. I mean, you can't bundle those, but like they can. But they're all there. Did somebody have a question, or just somebody? Make sure everyone's muted, you guys. So yeah, more volume, less work. Yeah, that's my love language. I love that. So, coming up with your own custom kits that you think will target your market will be really, really crucial, I think. And we've even had some ideas on like how to bundle that with getting them on the LRP, right? And there's that promotion with getting them on the LRP the next month, and they get the extra points and things like that. So I want to teach you guys how to make your custom kits. It's super easy. And hopefully we can run with that, right? And so that was some good information. And also that means that maybe they see the value in keeping that as an option, because they are doing like a test run of it. And then I'm going to share my screen because they actually gave a little bit of a presentation to show about the convention. Tickets are going to go on sale soon. The theme is Heal. And there's actually going to be 3 ways to join convention. The essential, what are they calling it? The essential ticket, the premium ticket, and the ultimate ticket. So I need to move this so I can see. Sorry, some screen adjustments here so that I can see. Okay, the ultimate in-person ticket, it's going to be $169 early bird special. It's going to be all the main stain presentations in person and on demand for 3 weeks after. All the Tarot Talks in person and on demand for 3 weeks after. Exclusive access to purchase 2 convention tickets with a special value add-on worth $55. The doTERRA experience, our fully immersive product showcase, red carpet premiere of the new doTERRA documentary, which I'm so excited about, exclusive preview of the holiday lineup, exclusive backpack event program, new essential oil blend and notebook, epic opening party, plus team parties, exclusive accessories and merch items that are only available in the marketplace in person, and then get glam and make memories during the gala and concert. There is absolutely nothing like convention in person. I have to say, even when we did the in-person retreat during COVID, where we all got an Airbnb on the beach and viewed it live together, that was amazing. However, it doesn't hold a candle to getting your butt to Utah and experiencing doTERRA in person with 30,000 people. It is just a life-changing experience. And don't forget, this is for not just wellness advocates. You could have your best. I have customers that come. I have customers that want to come this year. And I'm super excited because guess what? Guess what? I have children. You get a customer, you get your best customer to come to convention. Guess what the next step is? They're going to start to build with you. That's just like, they're going to want to share that. They're going to want to be a part of it on a different level. And, you know, they're going to understand that they can do this even with screaming children in the background. It's fine. So that's going to be like, there's a lot of perks for being there in person. And you guys, this is such an exclusive oil. They used to have it always at convention and you could only buy it at convention, and there's been just a shortage of it. And so they haven't been able to even have it at convention for us for like 3 years, I want to say. And so we're going to get it back for convention, and I'm so excited. I don't have it at all, so I'm super excited about this. The second way is going to be the premium watch party ticket for $79. It's all the main stage presentations live and on demand for 3 weeks, all the Terra talks, exclusive access to purchase one convention kit per ticket. The exclusive watch party host kit. So what this is going to be, is if you want to gather your team, you're not able to go in person, but you want to gather your team and do like a little one-day retreat, you guys can buy this ticket and you'll get access to buying the kit as it's being released on stage, right? And it's a cheaper price because they know that it's just not feasible for everybody, but sometimes locally you can do like a retreat style thing, like what we did in, do a virtual option. I guess they are going to do a virtual option. I just got a text asking a question. Sorry, distracted squirrel. They weren't going to do a virtual option. So I guess now that they are, because it's just not feasible for every single person to get there. So if you want to do something more local where you're going to host something like, you know, whether you rent out a space or you do it in your home or whatever, you can do this option where each of your teammates that are going to come, everyone has to buy a ticket for $79. That's going to give them access to all of this and access to purchase a kit. And then, and then access code to purchase accessories from the merch virtual marketplace. So that'll be good. So obviously, you know, because I'm always trying to work the system, I don't know, but you could have someone come if they like wanted to check it out or something like that, you could have them come without a ticket. They just won't have access to purchase anything, right? But it's a great way to get kind of new people that want to see more about it, right? To come. So I would definitely do that if you are going to host something more local to where you live. And then the essential virtual ticket for $35. It's going to be a very condensed, shortened highlight package only. I think they're saying like under 5 hours. So you'll basically watch, as far as my understanding of it is, you'll basically watch the full first day, which is all the announcements, all the major thing they announce, all the new products and everything. Like, you want to be live for that. And then it's going to be 30-minute sessions 30-minute like recap highlight sessions for the other days. So, oh, I guess I could have just read this. Watch day 1 main stage presentation live, and then the exclusive essential drop daily recap, 30 minutes or less, available on demand. So that'll be really good. And then you'll also have access to purchase the convention kit and code for the virtual marketplace as well. So I think that those are really great options. Tickets are going to go on sale this month, May 18th, the early bird rates, until June 30th or until sold out. I think that they were capping it. I don't know if that's still true. And then these are accommodations for anyone that wants to book hotels and things like that. I'm assuming that's what that means. That for the general housing, which would probably be all of us on this call, May 18th. Okay, so that is that. Let me stop sharing. Then I have one more other thing to share before we dive into Canva and I get super distracted. Okay, so I did this. I'm going to close that. The new, okay. Share screen. Okay, the new launch dates for doTERRA Sun are going to be July 1st. I don't know how that's different. I think it was June 1st, right? So June 21st, the leader training will launch, teaching us everything that we need to know about the Sun products and how to market them and how to answer questions and all the things, right? And then June 27th, the digital marketing kit assets will drop so that we can get everything in place and ready. And you guys will know how to use Canva and know how to make your own graphics and all the things. And then July 1, we are going to sell so much Sun product that we are all going to be going to Jamaica. Yes, and using our Sun product. Wait, it's Jamaica or Tulum? Is Tulum Jamaica? Is it the same? I don't know. Very not good with geography.
It's Tulum. It's Tulum.
Tulum. Okay, Jamaica was last year. Okay. I don't care where I go, as long as I get to go. Okay, take me anywhere you want. But this is going to be good. People have been, I think this is the #1 product request is Sun. And I thought we were just going to get like one sunscreen. No, it's like a whole line. So this is going to be amazing. Get ready. Okay, so let's switch gears. I'm going to close that so that I know I did it. Okay, Canva. Okay, share screen again. Oh, you know what? I have to share it like this so I can toggle back and forth. Okay, so what I'm going to take you through first is making a logo. Now, you can pay someone to make you this bombastic, bitchin', awesome logo like I did, but you know, when you're starting small and things, like maybe just make one on your own. It can take 5 seconds if you don't care about, like, I'm like very anal and it had to like represent all these things in my life. And so that's what I did. But you don't have to do that. You could literally go over here to templates. Okay, I should probably backtrack. So when you're gonna go into Canva, it's gonna be the home screen, okay? So first thing you're gonna do is you're gonna go to create a design, okay? You're gonna do this first. We're gonna build the brand kit first, but first you're gonna create your logo, okay? So you log into Canva, you're gonna go to create a design, and you're gonna say Instagram post. This is probably the #1 size that I use, and I'll show you how to like turn the post into a story. You can just hit a resize button and it'll turn it into different sizes, and then you just have to adjust things. But for a logo, you want it to kind of be in just a square. So I'm still gonna use the Instagram post for a logo, right? Okay, now I've created a brand new project, except I already started a project. So ignore me, I'm gonna go back to my project that I already started. Okay, so you went up there, you said Instagram post, it's gonna give you this square size, okay? Now, you're gonna go over here to templates, okay? Now, if you want to make an Instagram post, if you want to make a Mother's Day post, like any kind of, it has pre-filled templates. So you can utilize the templates. In this case, I want to do logo. So I'm just going to put in logo and all these different logos are going to come up, right? And you can spend some time going through this and seeing if there's just an already designed logo that speaks to you. It has to speak to you, okay? So this is the one I chose. So first of all, I'm going to highlight the whole thing to grab all the different elements. Now you can see here, I'm pointing like you can see me. There's different elements, right? Because each element has a box around it. So you can see that it's a bunch of different things put together to make an image, right? So if you wanted to like enlarge the whole thing, all of it together, this is what I would do. I would grab the whole thing and I just want to make it like as big as the whole entire post, right? Because when you save it down, that's how you're going to do it. So if you click here, this is the color. This is what I always do first. I want to make it black, right? So it's brown. I want to make it black. Then this, I want this to be black also. So I'm going to click there. Then, hi.
Hi.
If you're going to barge in, you have to say hello to the class. He's representing.
Hello, class.
Wait, show your shirt. That's right. That's how it's done. Everyone, here's Erica Garza. Here's Wilma Rose.
Hello.
Here's our Erica Allo. This is all we can see right now.
Where's my almond champagne is what I want to know.
Oh, yeah.
Hey. I remember you. You got to go to Cali for that.
Okay, what do you need? Quickly.
How long did you put the sweet potatoes in?
Oh,
Okay.
like a half an hour.
All right.
You got to just test it.
Come on.
Okay,
Bye,
so
everybody.
when
I'm promoting doTERRA at the gym.
That's right. When I changed this top one to black, you can see that this popped up down here where it's asking, do you want to change all the brown color to the black color? In this case, actually there's more things here, so I don't want to do that. Typically, I would say yes, because typically I don't want any brown in any of my, or if it's a color not of your brand, right? I want to change it across the entire thing. Like I don't want any brown. Brown is not in any of my branding, right? So then you would say change all yes, which is an awesome feature. So I just wanted to highlight that, okay? But if you didn't want to do that and you only wanted to do it on this particular photo, then you just ignore that and you continue just clicking on each element, changing it to brown changing it to black by itself, right? So now the whole thing is black. And I'm going to call this, I'm going to call my business Wellness by Jenna. Okay. Established, you know, you could put down here, you could put doTERRA, you could put, you know what I mean? Something like that, right? Maybe I wanted to make doTERRA be a little bit smaller, so you can go here and like bring the size down, or you could just move it smaller here, right? But if you do that, guess what? Now it's askew. And
Jenna,
yeah.
I thought we couldn't use doTERRA on our logos just because of copyright stuff. Just wanted to, yeah.
Okay, so essential oils. I didn't know that.
I took a compliance class that smacked me in the booty last week, and so that's why I'm sharing it with you. And I just don't want people to have like doTERRA on their logos. I think it's copyrighted and things like that. And they're actually going to get really strict with doTERRA being on our like bios and, you know, well, whatever. We'll learn that some other time.
Yeah. Okay.
Can I ask a quick question about that, Erica? Can you say you're a wellness advocate for doTERRA or a wellness consultant for doTERRA?
Yeah, you could say wellness advocate, but they don't want people to put, you know, like in our profile where it says like your name and then it has black letters. They don't even want us to put doTERRA in the like the top of your bio, like black letters. Now, how bad or how hard are they cracking down on that? You could put doTERRA in the description of your bio, but not on like the black lettering or
not
whatever.
on the searchable part. So, and I do think that they have, how they come across us when we're not being compliant, is they actually have a computer that scans accounts. So, you know, you're not, yeah. Anyways, okay. So essential oils, or you put something else, right? Or maybe you do your handle, okay? That would be better. So wellness, right? Okay, now it's askew, and that really bothers me. If anyone gets anything out of this call, is like you have to have things not askew, because I'm going to come after you and I'm going to say you were on my class and things are askew. You need to go back and edit it. So this is what I love to use. Highlight it, right? It's highlighted, the green box. Position, center. No excuses. Everything has to be perfectly aligned, okay? And then it's up here, it's the alignment is also centered. So center, center. Now, if you're going to the left and everything's going to be to the left, then you would do left here, and then you would do position. It's already there, but you understand, you get the idea. So this is going to be back to the center. Okay, so now you've made, maybe we need to put this down a little bit. Now you've made a logo, okay? Okay, there's way more I could go into, but I just think baby steps, and then we will do this again, okay? So now you're gonna save this down. This is your logo, okay? 5 seconds, you made a logo, okay? You're gonna go share. You're gonna say download. Okay, this is page 2. I have a lot of pages here. I just wanna download page 2, okay? So you're gonna go here. I want PNG, okay? I want transparent background. And then you're gonna go pages. No, I just want page 2, okay? Now you're gonna click download, okay? That's gonna download. Now, I'm gonna go, there it is. Okay, I'm gonna go back to home, because now we're gonna build your brand kit. So these are the first steps that you're gonna take if you're brand new to Canva. So in the side here on the home page, you're gonna go here to brand kit, okay? And you can see I have my brand kit and my mom's brand kit, and you can add another one here. So let me just do one from scratch. Wellness with Jenna, I should have put. That has a better ring to it.
You've committed already, it's fine.
I know, so you gotta just go with it. Done is better than perfect, or there's a bit better saying. Done is better than something. Published is better than perfect. Okay, so this is what a brand new brand kit looks like. It has nothing, right? But you just made a logo, so you're gonna hit plus. And then my computer's already acting slow. There it is. Upload. Bam. Okay. It's there. And then you're going to add your color palette. Now, if you already have your colors and you know what their codes are, you can put them in here, or you can, there was where you could, add and discover palettes. You can go through these, they're all bad actually. So I couldn't find anything that worked for me here, but if you can, but what I would do is I would like Google search, brand kit, color palettes, things like that. Find something you like. It will generally give you the little codes. That's how I did it. And then I just entered in the little codes, or you can search and go here and like see, you can see the little color changing, and you can do it that way. Okay. So, you can do your colors that way. And then I would go here. These are very basic. You're going to put your logo, you're going to choose your colors, and you're going to come up with 3 fonts that you like. Okay, a heading style, which is normally the script font, and then a subheading, and then a body. Okay, so let's just say choose a font, and let's do my mom's. Okay, it was custom, so it's not in there, but I'm just gonna put this because it's right here. So then a subheading, we're gonna do Black Bingo because it's right there. And then a body, we're gonna do Glacial. So it's gonna be like script, and then kind of a bold one, and then a small one. And that's generally, and then you can decide your sizes, and you can go back in and edit those. I would probably put this one like bigger, something like that. See how it's like big, medium, small? So, and this is kind of like really small. I have bad eyes, so I want it like that. And I want this like 21. Okay, so play with it. Boom, you have a brand kit now, okay? So this is saved. Now, to take it a step further, you can go back to your project where you had the logo. Let me just do that. And you're gonna do this. You are going to, time-wise, holy crap, okay. I'm gonna make a duplicate and I'm gonna put all of this now in white. And why am I gonna do that? Because some of your, okay, that didn't change, but then I'm just gonna go here. If not everything changes, then you just have to do it individually. Because if you have a dark image, right, then maybe you want a white logo or a lighter color, what, you know, it could be light pink or whatever colors you're using. If you're using neutrals or whatever, then that will show up more, right? So you can't see this, but I'm gonna save this down the same way. Download PNG, transparent background, number 3 only. Okay. And then that's gonna download. I'm gonna go back to home. I'm gonna go back to my brand kit, and now I'm gonna upload that logo. And then I'll show you in mine. I actually have like a lot of different logos. Is it not here yet? Oh, what the heck is going on? Hold on. Okay, it didn't download, did I? I think I clicked out of it before it was finished because I'm trying to rush. Okay, let me do it again. You understand the idea, okay? So you save that down and then you're gonna add that back to your brand kit so that you have different ones. So if you go to, I'll just show you my brand kit really quickly. I have even Melody's logo in here because sometimes I do stuff for the team. So here are my colors, here are my my fonts, and then I have all these different logos. So you can have different variations, right? I have the lighter ones, the darker ones. I have them just the wings and, you know, the face without any letters, and then I have team versions for team stuff, and you can have multiple ones. I know Wilma Rose, you have lots of variations that you use for different things. So so there's that. You don't just have to have one thing. Okay, so now going back over to here. No, here we go. Okay, so now I want to teach you how to build out a kit. Okay, so something like this was just a custom. This isn't from OneDrop. This is like, we built this out custom ourselves. So where do you get the images from, right? So you're going to go to doTERRA. Okay, let's say you want to build, I think I put one here. Let's build, I should move this up. You can reorder things. I like to use this little button down here. It will show you all of the pages that you have in your project, where you can rearrange things. You can put the things here and move them. Like if you're going to do a presentation, right, it needs to go in a certain order. Or if you're doing an IG post that's going to be a carousel and you want them in a certain order, like you can do that kind of easier viewage wise here. And then just double click on the one that you want to go to. So let's build out like a kit like this, right? And so what you're gonna do is the first thing, let's grab the adaptive trio, right? So you're gonna go, I'm gonna make a new screen. I don't know why it's black. I'm gonna go over to doTERRA. I'm gonna put in adaptive. Okay. I personally like grabbing the individual images rather than like I could just grab this image, but I don't know. I don't like how there's like a little space there. That's going to bother my eye. So I'm going to just grab the individual images, and you're going to, depending on, this is what Wilma Rose blew my mind with like 30 minutes ago, and I'm still shook. Okay. So you're going to right click, you're going to say copy image. Then you're going to go back over and you're going to say paste. Oh my God. Oh my God. And transparent background already. So.
And the reason Jenna is like so shook about that is because we used to have to take
the process.
Yeah. So if you don't have that option for whatever reason, you can screenshot adaptive bottle.
I'll show you how to do that too.
Yeah. Because that was a game changer.
You know what I just did too? I didn't even enlarge the image to do that, did I? I think I grabbed it from here.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's amazing. Okay, this is what we used to do, right? We used to click on the image to make it bigger. And then we would, well, I'm on a Mac, so it was Command-Shift-4 to do a screen grab. And then I would go as tight as possible. Okay, and then I would hurry and go back over here and I would grab it and I would put it here. So either way, that's where you're getting all your images from. You're just taking them from doTERRA, okay? So now I'm gonna do, and I'm not gonna go through and make this perfect because I wanna save time and you guys get the idea. So copy image and then come over here, paste. And then when you're taking things like this, see how, okay, this is where I get a little bit anal. See how this green box is like tight around this product, and then the box is bigger here. So this is me, okay, don't ask, but it serves a purpose. So I bring it in tighter, okay, and then bring this one in tighter. And what I like about this too is when you're grabbing products from, and you put them, when you're dropping them in, they're all the same size, like they're relative to each other, right? So you can highlight them, or let's put them like weird, like let's put them askew, highlight all of them, okay? Go to position, say, let me show it better. Go to tidy up. Okay, so now they're perfectly spaced, okay? But this way they're not. So I want them all even to the bottom, right? That would make sense. So then you do tidy up and then you do bottom. Oh my God, right? So really they should be closer together than that, right? So then you could kind of go and move them closer. And then I would do it again, like make sure they're all at the bottom. If it's gray, then you know they are all at the bottom. Now you can highlight them together to change the size of them all together so that they stay relative to each other, but now you can make them big or small, okay? So now let's just do like an adaptive custom kit just for sake of saving time. So I'm gonna go over here. Yeah.
Jenny, you wanna show how to group it?
Oh yes, so now because they're all highlighted and I wanna make sure that these stay together and don't get messed up, I'm gonna group. So now you see the box, instead of being around all three individually, it's just around, now it's one image, okay? And I can do whatever I need to do, move it around easy. So now I'm gonna go to text, and then this is my brand kit. So I'm gonna click here and put my new brand kit, right? Now I wanna add a heading, okay? And I'm gonna call it adaptive. Okay, and then obviously I don't want it down there. Obviously I want it up here, and then obviously I want it bigger. And then it needs to be like over there a little bit, right? So kind of like right there. Does that look good? Maybe this is gonna be a little bit bigger. Maybe I want it in the middle. See where the lines show up? That's how you know like this is dead center. Then I wanna do like a subheading, and I wanna say, custom kit. Okay, maybe I want it all capitals. So then you're gonna go here to all capitals so that you don't even have to like play with your caps lock and stuff. I'm going to move this over. I'm going to make it all caps. And then down at the bottom, I want to put the price, right? Price goes here. Okay. And then that needs to go in the middle, right? So you could see the line. And then I want to capitalize all of that so that it looks good. Now I want to add, it needs a little zhuzhing up, right? Maybe if this is all you're going to have, then you could like make this even bigger, right? Because this is the focal point. You can group these two together. You can grab both of these and kind of make those bigger too if you wanted. I can move this down. I can move this down, all this basic stuff, right? Then I'm going to go to my uploads and I'm going to grab a photo like our Mother's Day photo, okay? And I'm going to right click, set image as background. Now that's really busy and really loud, right? And you can't even tell, like, why would I do that? Then I'm going to go up here to the transparency and I'm going to bring that way down. So it's super subtle, but it just gives it like a little something, right? And then I'm going to go to my logos. So when you're going to be working from these here, and then these here. All of these buttons here. Okay, so right now I want to go and add my logo. So I'm going to go to logos here. And there's my logo. So it goes on really big, right? And then I'm going to put it somewhere. So in this case, I would probably use that white version and I would put it like on the bottle, kind of, you know, like subtly here. But I didn't download it. So you could put it like here, and maybe that's like too stark. Maybe you want to like lighten it up a little bit. Again, go to the transparency and fade it out. So it's there, but it's not like a focal point, right? So this is how you can totally make your own graphic, okay? Now let's say you want to make another one just like this because you want to offer a couple different ones, right? But you want it to look the same, but you want to add some products. So go to the duplicate. And then maybe you're going to go back to doTERRA, you're going to add Serenity, right? So you're going to look up Serenity, you're going to screen grab it. I already have it. So we're going to go uploads. And once you put stuff in your uploads, it's going to be there, right? So I'm going to add this to it. Now you can see that this still has a background. Okay, a white background. So I'm going to click on it. I'm going to click edit image and I'm going to say background remover. This is going to take that white background away and have it be see-through like the rest of these so that you can still see your background photo, right? And then it looks like super profesh. So how you're going to do this is these Serenity, the Serenity bottle and the adaptive bottle have to be the same, right? Because otherwise, because in real life, they're the same. So you're going to put this hugged up next to that, and then you're going to grab all of it together. And now you have a new custom kit added with Serenity, right? You change the price, change the PV, and there you go. Okay, so that's custom kits, okay? Oh yeah, you can do like limited time offer, you know, by adding more text, you know, something like this. And then here is where like this bothers me. So I would have to put this down so that like the bottoms of the bottles match. Because you want to think of like it's on an invisible table or an invisible shelf, right? So that's always kind of how I look at things. So I would grab both of these and I would kind of put it like there, or it could be a little bit in front, but something like that, right? And then maybe you want to put this, oh, I didn't talk about this. So I'm going to kind of overlap these, right? So this is actually perfectly positioned, but what if it's not? Sometimes this is like behind the bottle. Well, I want the Immortelle to be in front, right? So I'm going to send this backward. So you can right click and there's other options there. Bring to the forward, bring backward, bring to the front, like all that. And then do you see how these are shadowed? So this is shadowed and these are not shadowed. So I'm going to click on this. I'm going to say edit image and I'm going to go shadow, glow or drop. There's all different options, right? Let's do a drop. And it just, like, you can almost barely see it, but you can still see it. And it's still like on this one, it gives it like a lot, and you can adjust it. You can adjust the offset or the darkness, or you can shadow it in hot pink, right? You could have it be super blurred, super, you know, harsh or transparent and all that kind of stuff. So there's like a ton that you can do. This is a great one. So I'm just gonna duplicate this so I can show you how I did this. Detach image. So sometimes I just like to have the background image be the same as the image of what it is. So you would take this and this is the duplicate button here. You would duplicate it, okay? Now you would take that one and say set image background. Okay, but that looks really weird. So then you would click on this to highlight the whole thing. I know I'm going really fast, you guys. Hopefully we'll do this again, but I'm just giving you the basics. You can fade that way out. So then it just kind of looks like a mirrored image, right? So then here, what I did is like, this is my brand color, the yellow, but I always shadow it with black. So you're gonna highlight that, you're gonna go to effects, and you're gonna do a shadow here. So you can do shadow of, again, your color palette's gonna be here. This does not look good to me, so I would darken it all the way. It's too offset, so I would take the offset. Like, you're just gonna play around with it, right? Things like that. You're gonna add your logo and things like that. Now, over here, should we switch to you, Wilma Rose? Because I know we're already like super late on time. I think we should like leave frames and stuff to next time. What do you think? And because I think your stuff is more important to move on to right now.
I think it's that's up to you. I feel like frames, I think the biggest thing about what Jenna is sharing are, these are all tools that are already in Canva. And a lot of what we've shown you took us so long to try to just figure out, because there are Canva tutorials on Canva itself. I never watched them. I just dove right in. That's just more my personality. But what Jenna has shown you so far has been like a game changer as far as cutting down time and like making your graphics moving forward. Actually, frames, you know what, Jenna, I can show frames because frames are part of my jam. So
okay, and elements, letting them know just elements and background, like just go through each button and see what's there. There's backgrounds, there's photos. You can go into photos here and you could type, you know, wild flowers and spell it correctly, and all this will come up and you could like add that to the background and fade it out, and like that's how we do it. Okay, so I'm going to stop sharing and then I'll allow you to share.
Awesome. And then Jessica asked a question. Like,
oh my gosh, there's all kinds of in the chat. This is amazing.
It's okay. Yes, you can. So there's two ways about it. There's a long way and there's a short way. The long way is you can copy an entire page. When you pull into pages, when you're in your project and you go into pages, you know what, let me just share my screen. That might be easier. This is my brand kit. Let's see. I could see my whole computer screen. There we go. So I'm gonna have to close the chat so you can see that. Okay, so down here, when you go to your pages in your project, you can literally copy by going Command-C and copying the actual page. And let's say you go into another file and you want to paste it, it pastes directly into it. So that's one way. The other way is, to be honest, we're going to share it on another time because it's going to get really confusing if we share it now. But Erica, I can show you that really quickly. It's basically taking a file, like the other file that you're trying to copy, and dumping it into your current file. There's a multi-step process, right, Jenna, that we just need to break down so that no one gets lost with that. But if you feel comfortable enough with Canva, reach out to one of us. Yeah. What I'm going to talk to you guys about today is OneDrop and how I utilize it. and how I incorporate images that Melody gives us that I take, and making these carousel posts that I like to do, because the thing about Instagram is I'm not building it just to build it. I'm building it as a resource library for me to forward to clients. So I want to make sure that if I'm posting about something, whether it's a protocol or an oil, that I have all the information in there that they can swipe through. And also, if it's done already, why not, right? So OneDrop, if you don't know about it, is an amazing resource. It's stock images, stock digital images that we can utilize. I'm sure you've seen them all throughout Instagram and through our team. If you have a code, if you don't have an account, you can get a code from one of us, or your upline gets you, I believe, 10% off. I can't remember anymore. But the annual price is cheaper than paying monthly, is what I know. And the way I wanted to break down how I utilize Canva and OneDrop is I'm going to break down a Mother's Day kit that I had put together. So Jenna showed us how to build this, right? So this is the kit that I built in Canva. And I wanted to support it with supporting imagery in my carousel. So one thing I did was this image right here, and I'm going to go back and forth. So you know how Jenna showed us if we right clicked and changing the, actually, no, it doesn't do it there. Changing the, I don't know why it's not doing that. Where it shows
more water in the fridge.
Okay, we can just make sure everybody is muted, please. So I wanted to make sure that like I gave my customers or whoever was viewing this custom kit a breakdown on what these oils and products can do. So I took the oils, removed the backgrounds, turned them on their side, and added like key descriptives. Same thing for all the product. This copy is from the doTERRA website. In my thought process, I could write it, but also doTERRA's copy is already compliant. So I am using their copy for most of my graphics, actually. And then I created a little one image for the Pebble diffuser. And then this is straight from OneDrop. It breaks down what's inside the body butter, right? So now I want to talk to you about how I created this image, okay? So this is an image I took on my iPhone. This is a OneDrop graphic that already had like information. And then I also told you I'm referencing the doTERRA website, right? So I took that and I created this. And the way I want to show you how I created that is, I'm going to go ahead and build one. So let's just say I pulled this in from my uploads, right? When you pull an image in from uploads, Jenna was showing us we could set image to background. There's another way too. So if I open up my uploads, let's just say this is the original image. Let's back out a little bit. You can pull the image and hover it over. You can hover it over, that's me, just ignore my face. You can hover it over the square and it pulls directly into the background. To me, that is a time saver, but since I don't have this easily accessible in my uploads, I'm gonna do that. So I'm taking this image, and this can be an image, like I said, that you could take or that like Melody provides us with, right? Those are super helpful.
Show them really quick how you just double clicked on it to adjust. Since
yes.
the picture was large, right? So you double click on it and you can adjust where you want it to be cropped. That was like a game changer for me.
Yes. So, and then click out of it to do that. I know there's so many things that we do second nature now. So one thing when you're using images, when you're using actual lifestyle images and you're including text, you want to make sure there's space. So when I take images, I take it with knowing that I'm going to put a text box here. So I'm going to position the image in this Instagram profile, or in this Instagram, I'm getting over something, so I can't even speak right now. Instagram post, and then I'm going to create a text box. And the way I do that is I go into elements, and elements can be lines and shapes, graphics, stickers, photos, sky's the limit, but I use the lines and shapes often. So let's just say I want a square or a rectangular image or shape. And then I want it to be white in this case. So I can change my colors. And I want to add a little bit of depth, so I'm going to drop the opacity a little bit. Let me know if there are any questions. Just go ahead and unmute because I can't see the chat box. But at this point, I have like the foundation, right? So this is something that people run into when they're working with Canva, is that you have this image. I don't have any more room on the left or the right to move it, right? So I'll enlarge it and move it over so that I have a little bit more breathing room here. And at that point, I'm adding a text. Let's just say Pebble. And then I'm adding my subheading. And at that point, I'm just gonna add text. So as you see here, you can create an informational post super easy using lifestyle imagery that you take or that like Melody provides, or that even you can find in photos. So a lot of the time I look in here searching keywords, like let's just say, even if you looked up doTERRA, which I have, people have stock imagery in here. So a lot of Canva is going to be playing around because everyone has a different message, everyone has a different customer. And so when you're building out an image like this or a graphic like this, there's a lot of tools for you to use. Does anyone have any questions so far? Let's see. Yes, you can rewatch. I know we're going super fast. Let me take chat out. Let me take this out. Okay. And another thing too is Jenna had talked about taking our Instagram posts and turning them into stories, right? This is amazing for evergreen content, things that you know you're constantly going to use. You want to reformat it. So I'm going to show you how to do that. You're going to go to resize. Instagram stories is already loaded as a predetermined size. You can copy and resize. So you're going to create another image or another project that's going to be in the new Instagram story sizing, or you can resize this current file. That's not what I want to do. So I'm going to copy and resize, and it's going to open up in story sizing. So I'm going to pull up that one image I just created.
Can you also show them how you place, like on the image that you're gonna pull up right now, how you place your logo? Because I don't know if people noticed, but your logo was super faded on like your palm. And I just love that. And I think that logo placement is kind of like neat. And I've seen you put it like on the diffuser itself, you know, but super faded. And that's really like, it's the art of watermarking, I feel like.
Yeah, and you know, here's the thing, if you don't know about watermarking and why it's necessary or why we would want to do it, is that you're basically taking intellectual property, whether you created it or someone else created it that you then purchased through OneDrop through your membership, and you want to protect it. You don't want to have it out in the internet where people can just screenshot it and reuse it themselves, because in theory that's stealing. So I like to watermark my stuff. And when you're on Instagram and you're sharing images on stories, it's super easy to just type out your handle and put it right over the image.
Yeah.
One thing I did learn is that if you save down your logo as a PNG and you put it on your phone, like say you store it in your photos, you can then put that onto your story images, and it's a floating PNG. There's no background. So then you can use that to quickly watermark. Like when we had the May 1st promos, I wasn't gonna get out of bed at 11:30 at night to get my laptop. So I then watermarked everything through my phone. And that's for another day, but that's possible too. But you wanna protect your work as well as everybody else's work that went into creating or sharing the image that you're sharing. So, okay, here we go. So this is the image and stories. I'm gonna actually get out of here and go back to the Instagram post. I'm gonna try to make this as large as possible. So here's my post, right? I want to watermark it. I'm gonna go to my logos, and I recently did a refresh on my logo, so I have two kinds floating in here. This is a current logo that I'm using. This is a little too jarring for me. Like, I don't want people to be seeing my logo first, which is what Jenna was getting at. So I turned it into a tonal, white on white with taupe. So you can subtly see it. So I have it here, if you notice, on my palm, or I put it on the diffuser. And the way I did that, you see, this is the same exact logo. I just dropped the opacity on this one earlier. So you could do that as well. And then the reason I was saying is, like, you can turn your posts, your Instagram posts, into stories. That makes sense to put that time and effort into rearranging all the things, because, like, for instance, like, where did Jenna's kit go? So like this, I would probably still take time to rearrange a little bit so that I'm using the whole screen, right? But if I don't want to do that, what I'm going to do is I'm saving down all my Instagram posts, and I'm going into my stories and I'm loading them as images. And these are 3 separate Instagram sized images that I just laid in stories. Super easy.
You're gonna save them and save them to your photo. I mean, I don't know how it works on non-iPhone. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
But I just, when you download them, then I highlight everything in the folder and say save to photos, and then now they're all in my photo album on my phone, and then I go into Instagram.
Yeah, I don't save them to my iPhoto library that way. If anything, I'm airdropping them to myself.
Okay. But get them into your photos, right?
Yeah,
the point.
But get them into your photos, and then you can utilize them this way. Another example is if you want to go, let's just say my Instagram profile, and you go to, like, a good example of this would be my Mama's Day highlight, where I'm literally just taking images straight from my phone. So this one is a shared post, and then I put in a graphic. These are all graphics, and then I just continued through stories, typing things out. So the goal is to not have to do double the work, right? But it's also to utilize your current images in their best capacity. Does anyone have any? Let's see, there's another question. Oh, going to bed. Good night. But hopefully that was helpful. I know we kind of just threw a bunch of stuff at you guys. One thing I did want to share was Jenna shared how to make a logo, and you could totally do it in an Instagram post. One of the things that I learned when I was creating logos here was when you create a design, if you type in logo, this comes up. And from here, it saves down into the logos folder directly. So you can create a logo and it'll pull up templates for it. And then, yeah, does anybody have any questions? Just threw so much information at all of you.
That was really awesome. I think there's, we should open the chat and I can go through and, is that in your way if I have it over here?
No, I was just gonna show something really quick.
Oh yeah. So Patty, if you purchased the ticket at last convention, what ticket was that? That was the big main ticket. Yeah, the ultimate, exactly. Erica loves doTERRA. That would have been such a good handle. Okay, did we address this? Can you copy an entire page from one design and paste it into another design? Is that, were you just talking about that, or was I not paying attention? Because I was going to show that, but I didn't show that.
Yeah, so we can elaborate on that more next time.
Yeah.
But if you're building out your logo, another quick and easy thing to do is to do it in the page, is to pull in your elements, your text, and a color palette so that you can actually pull in like direct exact colors. Like you can type in a color, or there's this thing called a color picker. It's basically like a drop, an eye drop, and you pick up, let's say, that color, and it picks it. So yeah, that's it.
That was so good. We will definitely do a 2.0, maybe a 3.0, maybe a 4.0 Canva tutorial, because it's super fun anyways.
Mm-hmm.
And
But it's
then-
helpful to know questions. I know I asked in the box if anyone had questions. It's kind of hard to like top of mind, but if you see something and you want to know, how do I do that? Or how do I create that? That's a little bit more helpful for us to tailor a class around.
Yeah, exactly. And yeah, you can pull, I feel like I should just show that really, really quick because that was such a game changer for me. So let's say like you're making a kit and you want to pull a graphic in from something else. So you're going to go to the side here. First, you're going to make a new page, okay? Because this is where it's going to land when you pull it in. You're going to go to all your designs. See in the sidebar here, all your designs. You're going to find your other project, okay?
I just went the wrong way for that one.
Let's say, and even if it was a story, even if it's something a different size, it doesn't matter. You'll pull it in and it'll bring it in the size that you're working in. There it is. And then, you know, you highlight, you make it bigger, you rearrange or whatever, and done. You know, say you're making your kits, but you want to pull in like, what do they get when they enroll? And you know that that was in a story that Mel shared with you or whatever, you pull it in like that. And then you can, you know, pull in something else from like another, oh, there was, you know, the Mother's Day, it's Yarrow Palm. Well, there's some info in the Glow, you know, whatever, in the Glow ebook or something. I mean, obviously you have to have these projects, but from another project that you made that pertains, you know, you can pull that in, just like move this. Oops, I didn't grab everything. And then the back buttons, you guys, say like, I just messed up and moved that. I didn't want to move it like that. I just hit back and it put everything back to how I just had it. Okay. And you can make it bigger, make it smaller, change it, or just delete this in general and then highlight this and move it like that because the placement was weird. This needs to come down a little bit so nothing's cut off. So, and then this is faded, you can tell. So you can fade it more or you don't want it faded at all. So yeah, that's how you pull in from other projects, is just the click on make a blank page so it has some place to land, and then go to all your designs and find it from another project in here and pull it in. Okay.
We have another question. So you have multiple pages. How do you post them all together? Multiple pages.
Okay, that's gonna be in Instagram. So when you open up Instagram and you go to, are you talking about stories or posts? If you're gonna do a post, you hit the plus button, you go to post, right? There's a little button here and it's a square with another square stacked behind it. That means multiple. You're gonna click on the multiple button, and then that's gonna allow you to click on all the ones that you want, and it'll number them in order that it'll post them. Does that make sense? And then same goes for stories. If you're gonna do a story, you click on story, and if you just click the one, it's just going to post that one. But if you wanted to post multiple together, it'll allow you to post 10 at a time. So you go select, and now it gives little circles at the top. So you go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, scroll down here, 6, 7, 8, 1, you know, whatever. And then you hit post and it'll go there, and it'll still give you time to then edit or write a caption on each one, or add the other elements in, and you can make a whole series that way. I hope that makes sense. You can Google those things too. Like, how do I post multiple? And a video will show you better than what I just showed you. So if you guys ever have any random questions like that, just Google it. Because people spend their lives like making YouTubes for other people's learning enjoyment.
And then I think this is Candace.
Yeah, that's me.
Okay, hi babe. Label design we did not touch upon.
Okay.
At this point, we just showed basics on how to work with the different tools and elements and how to create a brand kit and how to create a post, like a custom kit post. Making your own labels is super easy.
I feel like Candace should do that because I feel
Agreed.
like you have really legit ones, Candace.
Well, I don't do it on Canva. That's why I've had several.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Okay.
I design all on Illustrator. So someone
Oh.
was like, "Oh, can you send me a Canva template for my team?" And I was like, "Okay." I have no idea how to do that.
Here, I'll show you really quickly.
Yeah, that's
just like
so
Illustrator. I actually like Canva better than Illustrator.
I know it's way more user friendly, but I can get very specific in Illustrator, like
Very true.
creating labels, like, you know, to the T, like exactly the measurements. But I just don't know how to do that in Canva.
Yeah, like I wish I could change. I wish I could vectorize certain things, but I can't. But let's just say I'm gonna pull up.
Okay, vectorize. What the heck does that mean?
So like if you have a text, you can make the text, like the word, say you're Jenna, right?
Yeah.
You can make it a vector file, meaning like there's gonna be little dots and points all around the font, and then you can adjust it. You would spend the rest of your life in Adobe.
I know. I
Illustrator.
feel like I can't even go there.
Let me see. Let me pull up. All right, let me just pull up my daughter's labels. If you guys need to go, because we are going much longer, we will not be hurt, but we're going to continue because we're here.
Yeah.
So,
And we'll have a recording. So
Yes.
we'll send you guys a recording.
so I just double check sizing with Jeff. Like it was a trial and error process for the 5 ml bottles. But what I landed on are, I think it's, 1.5 by 2.2.
Okay, so you
And
like,
you can literally take a tape measure, like the soft tape measures, and measure your bottle so that you see, where do I want this to be? Where do
yeah,
that's how I do
measurement.
mine.
Yeah,
Yes.
I have my measurements dialed in. I just didn't know on here.
Yeah, you just put in the measurements and it'll do whatever you want.
So you just do that, and then like you set it up the way you want. I mean, these are my daughter's bike ones, so hence the bicycles. But yeah, and then you just set it up, and when you save it down, you save it as a PNG. My only issue with printing with Jeff is color matching.
Okay.
I just have him send me, he has to adjust them sometimes.
Yeah.
I have him send me like a template.
Like I'll do a press check, because so I call those press checks.
Yeah.
And if I can do if I have time, great, but half the time I don't, because I'm whipping up a custom design. For instance, let's say.
Yeah, see, Jeff has Illustrator, so I just tell him, can you match these to the Illustrator files?
Oh yeah, then that's perfect.
So if you notice, like this particular file that I made is like this emerald, well, when it decides to show up, it's like emerald green,
It's
but
designed
it
for it.
printed more like a teal blue.
Yeah, I had that problem the first time, so now I tell him, can you color match? But I have to. You can also send him the color number. You know, like how you just get
Hex
color
code.
number? Yeah, you can send him the code, and he'll match it perfect.
Okay, that's good to know.
Yeah.
I just kind of like, I get what I get, and I don't get upset at this point.
Yeah.
I'm too particular about the colors. Okay, so you just make each individual label a little document to that measurement, and then you save them all and send them over.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll PDF. So actually what I do is I work with Jeff on, this might save people time, but I have like a Google Doc, and here, I'll just show you. It's just easier.
I send Jeff my Canva link.
And he downloads it from there.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe that should be easier, but like what I've been doing, so like I have an ongoing like Excel doc with him that's shared, where I just update. Where is this? Okay, this is gonna show my OCD. but it is what it is. So I create an order form for myself because I want to know what my bottom line is. So I send him this,
Okay.
but in Drive, I have all my labels in folders,
Okay.
and he can download them from there.
Okay. 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 So I'm just gonna make somebody this little template, and they can kind of go from there. Okay.
Yeah. So if you make them a label template, and then you can pass it on. I mean, for me and Nancy, that's kind of how we did our labels too, where we would start it and then like flush it out together.
Okay.
So
Perfect. I shall do that. Thank you, ladies.
You're welcome.
Well, this was so much fun.
I know. I forgot you guys were starting at 7 and not 8, and I was like, "Ah!"
Oh, sorry. It's because I'm an hour later, so it's already
I know.
9:15.
No, I'm glad I caught the end of it.
My kids are not in bed though.
Mine isn't. I can hear her.
I know. I can hear
Her
a lot of
negotiating.
things out there. So, all right. Well, we will do this again. Any more questions coming in? Okay, awesome. Yeah, we'll do another one. And if anyone needs any help, we will try, we can spend a little bit of time here and there one-on-one if anyone has any like specific questions. And then obviously anyone from my team, we can elaborate on this on our Thursday night call and go over more and stuff like that. Okay, awesome. We will upload the YouTube video shortly.
Thanks, guys.
Bye, guys.
Yeah.